If you can get your head around this idea of what's the attitude, how is the person acting, if there's an inconsistency, they experience this negative emotion, and they try to rid themselves of this by rationalizing or by changing their attitudes. Sometimes they have the choice of changing their behavior, and you might think, well, why don't people do that? Surely that's the obvious thing to do. Well, the reason why they don't is that actually often it's easier to rationalize or to change one's attitude. It requires more effort to change one's behavior. And that one subtle message to take away from this is that as humans, we employ the least amount of effort. We tend to take the route of least resistance. And that's true in life, and that's true in how we process information. And so what we tend to find is, given we have only a limited amount of effort to invest, what we will do is we'll try and invest this effort wisely. We'll try and invest to arrive at the decision, arrive at the answer with the least amount of effort. In this case here, rationalizing, changing one's attitude requires less effort usually than changing one's behavior. So here's our first example. Imagine that you've just invested in a new car, and here it is. You're very pleased, you signed the dotted line, committed yourself for the next 2 years to pay off the loan for the car. But very soon you hear about the stunning features of its cheaper rival. So you're now thrown into a state of dissonance. The attitude is spend wisely, but the behavior you haven't. So you experience dissonance. You're annoyed with yourself, you're frustrated, it's possibly eating you up. So you could square the circle, you could try and get rid of this dissonance by coming out with some rationalizing reason. And typically what we find with people who buy things like cars and they discover this is they kind of tune into evidence that fits with the decision they made. They tune into evidence that affirms all the good features of the car they've bought, and they actively tune out, they discredit, they poo-poo the evidence that doesn't fit in with the decision they made. The evidence on the features of the other car, they'll readily accept examples of this competing car falling short in some way. Or they might change their attitude. If the attitude is spend wisely, they might change the attitude by saying something like, I should treat myself from time to time. You deserve it.
So we sold the house.
Did you use Purple Bricks?
An online agent for a place like this?
No, they're genuine agents, real people. You just don't pay crazy amounts in commission. Could have saved thousands.
There it is. Real misery. The misery you feel when you pay too much in commission and get nothing more for your money.
You could have bought your new house with Purple Bricks too.
Whether you're buying or selling, go to purplebricks.com. Save yourself from real misery.